What's up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to tell you a fucked up story of something that happened when I was first arriving in one of the jails that I had to do some time in. I may have mentioned this story, I think, before in my earlier videos where I just basically told my life story. This was something that was like a turning point in my life because it was the first time that I'd seen such fucking ruthlessness among the masses, the majority, everybody, with me being the exception. I was the only one that was bothered by what the fuck was happening. And this was also the first time that, in my mind, God, gave me a test and asked something of me where I needed to make the decision if I was going to do it or not. So basically, I'm new to this spot. I'm in a large open unit. There's 148 people here. And, I'm a couple days in. I'm doing my own thing. Nobody really bothers me. Nobody fucks with me. People generally, stay away from me. So I have my routine. I work out and I read and I just, go through the motions and I'm just acclimating to the place. I spend a lot of time on the phone talking to my girl who's now my wife. So one day I see there's like a commotion going on and a crowd of people getting around this one area that's like off to the side of the cell block away from my area. And I find out what's going on is that some fucking guy is being molested and being sodomized. I couldn't fucking believe it. All these people are fucking watching. And what they actually were doing to him was they were sticking pencils and pens in his ass. And I was fucking blown away by this. That, first, that they were doing that. And second, that all these people were just fucking like cheering it on and laughing and pointing and making a joke of it. Fucking troubled me. It was so fucked up to see such a fucking thing. And I just remember thinking to myself, man, what fucking kind of piece of shits am I fucking living with here? What kind of fucking people are these that they're laughing at this? And that was the first time I saw it. And I remember talking to my wife on the phone that day and telling her, I just can't believe what the fuck is going on in this place. Like, this is crazy. In the world I come from, no matter what the fuck you're in jail for, you don't do sex shit like that. Like, that shit out in the open, blatant, would have never fucking happened in the counties that I was from, where I was used to being in jails and stuff. So it was just, I was blown away by this is crazy that this is happening like this, and it's acceptable. So I told her how it's so fucked up, and I couldn't believe it. I felt so bad for the dude. The next day, the same thing happened. Again, the same fucking thing happened, and everyone is aware. Now, on this day, they take it a step further. They fucking tie the kid up, okay? They tie him up, and they have him on the ground, like in the fetal position, with his legs tied and his hands tied. And again, they're fucking sodomizing him, sticking things inside his body, and I'm just fucking amazed. Then they put him underneath the bunk, tied up after they fucking molested him, and stuffed him underneath one of the bunks. And again, everybody's aware of this shit. I'm just fucking blown away by it. So that day, I'm talking to my wife, and I tell her, I said, babe, listen, I'm sorry, but this shit's fucking eating me up. I can't fucking let this continue. This is fucking the worst shit I've seen. I cannot fucking believe what the fuck crazy world I live in, where there's 147 other fucking people here that are from this county, that should know people and are affiliated and connected. They got their boys here. They got backup. No one is fucking bothered by this at all. No one. These fucking people are all okay with this, and they laugh at it. And I felt like I was an alien among these fucking monsters. Like, we're not the same. We're not even the same fucking breed. Because for me, how could you fucking laugh at that? How could that not bother you? And she's like, well, what do you mean? What are you going to do? I said, I have to do something. I don't know. I got to do something. I can't fucking live like this. I can't just allow myself to be that one also who fucking ignores this shit. And she's telling me, baby, please don't do this. Please, you got so much fucking shit already. You got so many problems already. Nobody would do that for you. You worry about yourself. You didn't go in there with any friends, and you're not going to come out with any friends. Like, just please focus on yourself, stay out of trouble, don't catch no more charges. And I told her also that the fucked up thing was, these were gang members that were doing this to him. That's the more fucked up thing out of everything, because I know for a fact that in these gangs, they're not supposed to do no homo shit. No fucking gay shit allowed. So the fact that that was happening made it even worse because now the likelihood is if I interfere, I got a whole fucking gang against me. Again, in a jail where I don't have no friends. I'm new. I don't know anybody here. It's bad enough because when you're not from that area, you get locked up in a place, people all automatically target you and you're already fucking, with eyes on you from everybody just because you're not from there. That and the fact that I had giant charges, my charges were way worse than 99% of the people that were in there. So I had, a lot of attention on me already, and I didn't want to fucking make my life worse. I didn't want to go to lockup. I didn't want to catch more time. I didn't want to get stabbed. I didn't want to get jumped, and all that was going through my mind. But at the same time, there was, something inside of me. Because this time also was the first time that I really became or tried to change. I made a decision that I'm going to fucking change. I'm not going to keep fucking living like this. You know what I'm saying? Like this in and out jail shit and being with these fucking scumbag, low-life motherfuckers is not for me. So if I could get away, if I could figure out a way and somehow get out of this and do time and come home and not have to do life like they're telling me, I'm not fucking coming back. And so I was spending time, reading and studying, and this was like one of the first times, aside from the time I was young as a juvenile in jail, that I started reading the Bible, right? So part of the reason is because I didn't have any books yet also. That was the only thing that you can get for free is that. I couldn't go to the library, so I had that. So I'm reading the Bible, keeping to myself, and the thing that made it where I had no choice, okay? I was still debating, and the reason I was not doing anything at this point was only for my wife. Out of respect for my girl, she's doing this time with me, I'm going to listen to her. But then something happened that threw that out the window. And what happened was, I'm sitting in my area, and I'm reading the Bible. I think I'm sitting on my bunk or something. And this fucking same guy who's been molested for the last 2 days, and everyone fucking laughing at him and aware and no one helping him, came up to me and actually said these exact words to me. And it blew me away that he said this. Because keep in mind, I'm already struggling internally to save this guy. He didn't know that. And he's like, excuse me, please, I don't want to disrespect you. I'm not trying to bother you, but can I talk to you for a second? I said, yeah, what's up? He says, I don't know if you know, but I'm having big problems here in this unit. And I see since you've been here, nobody bothers you. Nobody fucks with you. And I saw you reading the Bible a couple times. He said, I try to read the Bible also. I don't really understand much of it. I need some help. And he's like, I was like, so what are you asking of me? And he says, I just want to know if it's okay if I sit next to you. If I just bring a chair and sit next to you when you read the Bible so I could have a chance to read the Bible also without anybody fucking with me. And when he said that to me, it was like a smack in my face that this is God telling you as clear as day what you have to do. You need to fucking save this guy. It couldn't be more clear to me at that point. And I remember going to the phones, I said yes to him. I was like, yeah, that's cool, man. I will do that for you. Anytime you want, you can come sit in my area, and I promise you, in my area, no one's going to fuck with you at all. And I got on the phone, and I told her, I was like, babe, I'm sorry, but that shit we were talking about that's been fucking with me, I have no choice anymore. I'm going to fucking interfere. I'm going to get involved, and I'm going to do something. And if these motherfucking faggots who are doing this to him make the wrong fucking move or say the wrong thing, I'm going to fucking stab him. I'm going to fucking stab him. I already had his shank and shit since I got there. I'm going to fucking stab these motherfuckers, carve them the fuck up. But this is what I got to do. I'm sorry. And she started crying on the phone, begging me, please don't, and, think it over. And the choice was already passed. I had no choice at this point. And that same day, that evening before lock-in, he came to me. And he brought a chair, like we said, and I was reading the Bible, and he just sat there. And he was reading to himself also. And 3 of those same dudes, because this was a group of guys that was doing this to him. It wasn't just one, came up and tried to grab him and said, yo, man, come on. And they pulled him out of the chair, literally, and tried to take him away. And I stood up and interfered. I told him, stop. I said, nah, man, you stay here. fuck that. And right away, these guys got in my face, the Spanish dudes, and started saying, you know, who the fuck are you and why the fuck are you interfering, this and that, and this has nothing to do with you. I remember just fucking ripping into these guys and telling them, listen, motherfuckers, first of all, I seen that fucking gay shit you do. You motherfuckers call yourself gang members and act tough and act like you're bad. You're fucking faggots. All of you. You're fucking faggot molesters, rapist motherfuckers. You get no respect. All right? Second of all, this guy's fucking outnumbered. Every fucking time shit happens, there's 3 or 4 of you or more, and he's by himself. You guys are fucking bitches. Coward motherfuckers. Third of all, this guy's afraid to fight. He stands no fucking chance. I'm not afraid. So from now on, when you guys want to try to do some tough guy shit or gay motherfucking things to other people, you feel like sodomizing and molesting somebody, molest me. Do it to me from now on, motherfuckers. That's the way it's going to be. Because you're not going to fucking put your hands on this kid again. You fucking touch this motherfucker and it's like touching me. We're going to fucking fight and I'm going to fucking kill you motherfuckers. End of it. And I remember these guys were shocked. They couldn't believe that, you know, I even said that to them and I flipped out like that and I wasn't afraid of them. But I didn't give a fuck. I was ready to fucking die there that day. But it wasn't going to happen. I knew these guys had no fucking heart. I saw the fucking fear in their eyes when I said that shit to them. And they knew at that moment I would fucking destroy them. Even if it was 3-on-1 in a regular fight with no weapons, I would have fucking killed them right there. So I said my piece. These guys didn't know what the fuck to do. They went and walked away at that moment, and I saw them go call a little meeting together with the fucking gang members, and at the end, they decided to do nothing. They were fucking punk bullies, cowards, with no heart, and I hate fucking bullies. So they were only doing this to this guy because this guy wouldn't fight back. And from that day forward, I let that guy stay in my area anytime he wanted to. I even got him to start working out with me, doing push-ups, pull-ups, dips, and I looked out for that guy. His name is David. And I never forget, he told me one day, he said, listen, man, he said, I believe that God made you save me. You saved my life. You'll never believe how thankful I am and how much I owe you. I owe you everything. You saved my life. And I told him, I didn't save nothing, man. You don't have to do nothing, and you don't owe me anything, okay? This is the right thing, and I just can't believe that I live in a fucking world where all these fucking people don't care. And, you know, I probably stayed with him for a couple months in that unit, and then I got taken to a different unit. But the point is, they didn't fuck with him anymore. They left him alone, and they're fucking bullshit coward, punk motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck about that gang shit. These guys are fucking bitches for what they did. And honestly, if this was in the streets and I saw this shit and I was free to move and I didn't have all those eyes on me, yes, there was a time in my life where I would have fucking shed those guys' blood for what they did. It wouldn't have been over that they stopped and they left them alone. I would have fucking bled those motherfuckers and tortured them and made them know what the fuck it is to feel victimized. So I don't mean to get into a rant. Sometimes I relive these stories, guys, and this shit just gets me emotional, takes me right back to that time and place, and it comes out, you know. So point of this story is that, you know, there are fucking monsters, man, in these places. These places are filled with losers, jails and prisons and shit. There are always exceptions. There are good guys. There are decent people. There are good people. But for the most part, the majority are fucking scumbags. Okay? They're fucking dirtbag piece of shits who would not help you at all. And just the fact that all these people were witnessing this shit and no one cared should tell you what it's really like in there. Imagine what they would do or not do to help you if you became a victim in one of those places. So, again, guys, I'm going to wrap this up by saying stay out of these places. And also, if ever you're in a situation where you're able to help somebody, and no one else does. The whole world may be fucking against you. But please, stand up and fucking do what's in your heart. Be a fucking hero and fuck everybody else. Do what you know is right. Because we need more people that step up and stand up to these fucking bullies. Because that shit right there is wrong in so many ways. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this.